Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Code Stroll. This is React.js Full Course 2025. So this is the content list that we're going to be discussing over the course of next few days in this course, and we have divided this in various parts. The first part is MPA, which is basically a multi-page application, basically an approach that was used to build websites many years ago. And then we'll take on to SPA, which is single page application using vanilla JavaScript. And then we'll kick things off with SPA using React.js. Then we'll further move on to advanced topic like state management. We'll cover one project related to that as well. So let's kick things off with a couple of things over here. We need to download code editor, and our choice of code editor is going to be Cursor. Why Cursor? You'll get to know moments later, but for now, you just need to trust me on that. So here we go, Command Tab. Let's go to Google Chrome and write down Cursor. It's already written. Cursor code editor. So here we go, we have this, the AI code editor. So you need to download it for your respective operating system. I already got it downloaded, so let's go ahead. The next thing you got to be doing over here is you need to create an empty folder. Create an empty folder wherever you like. So let's go ahead and create an empty folder over here. Here we go. Let's give it a name, part 1. And let's just open it in our Cursor code editor. Here we go. Command Tab again. You go to Cursor. Here we go. As you can see, we have it over here, part 1. Let's just close this for now. So right now we need to create one file, new file. You can create a tab on it. Here we go. So whenever you are looking to create an HTML file, by the way, HTML is a structured language. You'll get to know when we create a project. But for now, HTML is hypertext markup language. And how we create a file related to HTML, well, the extension needs to be .html. That's mandated by HTML like this. You can give any name before dot, like this. As you can see, this got changed as well, so that signifies .html is recognized and just mandated by HTML. We can give any name, we can give home as well. For now, we're going to be giving like home.html in this particular project. So this is what we have. So let's just enter an exclamation mark over here. Here we go. So the moment I hit enter, okay, it gives this big code automatically. So what is this code is? So basically, let me just brief you about what this is all about. So this is head tag. Yes, when you see something like this is the opening of one tag. And when you see something like this, slash followed by the same head, this is the closing of that particular tag. And this we have over here, they are like children of this head tag. Just like that, we have body tag as well. Whatever we're going to be writing in this body is basically the structure of the site, and that will be the children. Okay, so let's go ahead and first of all open this file in our Chrome browser. Let's just go ahead. Here we go, we have this file opened up over here. You can see the address. Just address traces back to the folder that I've created, home.html. And as you can see, we have document written up there at the top. So when I go back to code, here we get this document over here. So that's something, sort of tells us that this is the name that is displayed over here as well, right here. Let's try to change it up and see if it changes. Let's just write down project 1. There we go. Hit refresh. Boom, it changes. So this is the title, as you can see, and this stays, and this is one of the children of head tag. So it just stays in this head. By the way, this is what we have a boilerplate code. This entire, what you see out there is just a boilerplate code. And what is a boilerplate code? I have a way to answer curious questions. Command L, it opens up your AI companion. If you have any questions, just make sure you shoot down that question over here and it will answer it effectively. So this is free. You can try this out. One of the highlights of using Cursor, and by the way, if you're using Cursor, I'm sure it must be giving you those crazy AI suggestions that we do not want. So what we need to do in this case is we need to go at the top, hit Cursor, go to Settings, go to Cursor Settings. So now go to Tab over here. Let's just close it for now, this window. So you need to make sure that it is turned off. If it's turned off, you won't get any AI suggestions, but if it's turned on, you'll keep getting those AI suggestions, and when you hit the tab, it will automatically complete your code as well. Since we are just learning to code, you need to ensure that is turned off. Perfect. Let's just close this out, go back to home. So basically, let's just hit Command B as well. Command L again. So this opens up this, your AI companion over here. As you can see, already got in one tab, like home.html. So this demonstrates your context. So if you want to close it up, it'll close up as well. But this is the context. That means we're basically going to be asking questions related to this one tab. Let's just ask, what is boilerplate code? Here we go. It just answers in extreme depth. You can read it over here and throw as many questions as you like. Very effective, must try it out. So we have body tag over here. Basically, we're going to be writing the structure of our website inside this body tag. Let's go ahead and do this. There we go. So the first thing I'm going to be doing over here, I will be adding a navigation bar. So what this navigation bar is, you must have seen that in every website. Majority of sites have that. So you'll get to know a couple of seconds later. Let's just, so we have this A tag, Shift, Option, down arrow. Again, Shift, Option, and down arrow will just copy the exact same line downwards. I wanted to do it twice, so I did that twice. So basically, we're going to be writing over here like home, about, and contact. So let's go back to our Google Chrome and see if this gets reflected. Boom. It has this home, about, contact. I'm sure you must have seen this in every site. This is the navigation bar we have in our website. And basically this nav is like a box. It's like a container that where all three this A tags lives. So the box has three children, home, about, contact. And what this href is all about? Href is basically, the reference. You must have got it already. So what I'm not going to be doing over here, as you can see, the moment I enter HOM, it gives me a suggestion. Let me just tap on it. So basically, it's already our home page, by the way. The moment we tap on it, we're going to still be here. But in this particular case, let's just Command B once again. So now we have the file menu over here. We need to create separate files for about and contact. Let's go ahead and do this. About, .html. Here we go. One more file. Contact.html. So it will navigate us to these files, and we'll write all the code of about and contact in these files over here. Let's go ahead and do this. /. Here we go. Gives us an option. We need to type in about.html, and then again over here ./contact.html. Okay. Here we go. Perfect. So the moment we are going to be tapping on about and contact, that'll take us to those pages that we have over here. Okay. So let's go ahead and try it. As you can see, we have nothing in our about.html, so it displays nothing. So let's just go back. The same happens with contact. Okay. So now we need to populate this about.html, again, exclamation mark over here, hit enter. We got this. So right now, what we're going to be doing over here, let's just again do the same thing for, okay, let's just write first up over here in body tag. Let me give some heading. H1 is like the boldest heading we have. Let's pick that and write down about page. Perfect. Just like that. In contact as well, exclamation mark, hit enter, and let's just write H1 again, H1 again, and this has contact over here as well, contact page. Perfect. So we got this about and contact pages up and running. Let's just go ahead and go back to our home. And what we're going to be doing here, we're going to be writing some main content as well. So it gets displayed over here. Let's just give it main tag, main box, main container. It will have certain children as well. So let's just give it H1, which will be home page. Oh, let me just write down some paragraph. Could be some notes as well. They'll help you grab the basics more effectively. So this is the home page. Okay. Each page is a separate HTML file. Perfect. And let me add another paragraph over here, one more. When you click a link, the browser loads a completely new page. Okay, that just explains everything. I'm sure you must be starting to get the hang of what multi-page application is all about. Well, let's just, okay, so we have this content displayed over here. This is called the main section. We have kept in specific container. This is the main, okay? So this is the home page. Each page is a separate HTML file. When you click a link, the browser loads a completely new page. How do we get that? Let's right-click it and go to inspect over here. Okay. And here, let's just go ahead and click on these arrows over here and click on network. Okay. So now keep your eyes over here, and I just tap on this reload page. Okay. It has home.html written over here. Basically, networking request is going to home.html file on our computer, because this file lives on our computer, and it just simply goes to that path. As you can see, goes to home.html, and home.html home.html returns it with this code. So this entire code gets interpreted by this browser. Okay, we hit this our computer home.html, as you can see, and we get this code in return, and this code eventually gets compiled in our browser. Okay, so now when I've written something like, when you click a link, the browser loads a completely new page. You need to understand that whenever I'm going to be clicking this about, this will head to about.html, which is another file that is living in our computer. Let me just show you. In Finder, we have this part1 folder. We have 3 different files over here: about, contact, home. So you must have gotten an idea already that whenever I'm going to hit on contact, will take us to contact.html. So let's just demonstrate that over here. The moment I tap on like about, okay, so it sends another request to about.html file that is lying in our computer. As you can see, it goes to that path and hits that about.html, and about.html returns it with this particular code that we have over here. Okay, and again, this code gets compiled. Similarly, when we hit on contact, this gets returned with this, and we compiles that in the browser. So basically, that's what multi-page is all about. So when you click on this home page, so this home page isn't the entire code we are getting once and for all. We have to like constantly, keep sending requests back and forth to our like computer or wherever our site is located. At this particular point of time, our site lives, or our home.html lives in our computer. So we are basically sending the request to our computer, and when it hits over here, and the moment we tap on like about, it again goes to a different file that is living in our computer. And again, same applies to this contact.html. So that's called multi-page approach. We need to constantly pull the server back and forth. By the way, you can also call that place wherever your site is getting served as server. So we can call our computer for this particular project as server. So it's basically sending the requests back and forth, here we go, to our computer. And these are like expensive operations. Now imagine if we have our website, really big website, staying on a really big machine, very heavy website, visited by many, many users. It's not effective at all. And we constantly keep hitting the website over and over again. So it's basically over-relying on some third party. Tomorrow, if the app goes on production, we will be deploying it on Amazon servers, or like Google servers, or like Microsoft server. So basically, we're making our app over-reliant on those servers. And they need to be up and running constantly, which I believe is not effective at all. So the solution to this is an SPA. That's what we're going to be discussing in the next part. SPA is a single page application, basically an approach. Let me just create a diagram over here. Here we go. Have it over here. We have it over here as well. So this is the browser that we have over here. And this is what we have, a server. For this specific case, our computer is serving the entire website. So I have an address just like this. As you can see, this is an address that I have over here. Let's just copy it and close it out and turn it open. Let me just enter the address. So it has an address, hit enter. Okay, so basically what happens is this is sending requests to our computer. We type in the address and this just sent the address to the computer. And it pulls the code that we have written in home.html, and that home.html is the code that we return whenever we hit home.html from our browser. So it returns with the code of home.html. Of course, that compiled by the browser, and once it gets interpreted by the browser, it just keeps sending those requests back and forth. The moment we tap on like about, it will send the request again. Just send the request again. And just imagine how many requests we're going to be sending if that site is being visited by lots of users. That'll be like a lot of requests, which is not effective at all. So the effective way to browse internet or like any web application is by SPA, which is a single page application. That basically means there will be like no third requests going to the server. So let's go ahead and take this off. So we hit the server with a specific address. We enter the address in the address bar of the browser, and basically the computer or the server returns it with just one file, with just single page. That's it. We have the entire code in that one SPA, and that is why this is called single page approach. Got very popular. Website in today's day and age is created by using this specific approach, and we will be following that using vanilla JavaScript, and we'll be seeing what React.js does in that particular case or approach to make our job easier. So the next video is going to be exciting. We'll be kicking things off with SPA using vanilla JavaScript. I guess this is going to be a wrap for today's video. If you like the content, smash that like button, share, and subscribe to the channel, as that's the only thing that'll make the channel stand out. I guess I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.